Is there any sneak peeks that I could talk you out of?
I don't give sneak peeks, so you are gonna see it come, and when it comes, you're gonna know what we were talking about.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Smart Talk, where we help you get from truck to CEO by working smarter, not harder. I'm your host, Anna Zubia, and today we're talking about something incredibly exciting. We're going to share why SmartMoving and Remedy are coming together and what it means for our movers. Big news. SmartMoving just acquired Remedy Payments. So, really excited today, you guys. If you're a mover, that's just not big company news. It's a signal in the industry. So payments, they touch everything, right? Cash flow, payroll, trust, your sleep and sanity. And when payments aren't designed right, growth gets really heavy fast. So today, instead of rushing past the headline, we're going to slow down and we're going to talk about what was the decision. And it was built on years of working side by side, learning from some of the same customers, trying to solve some of these hard problems from two different angles. And so I've got our guest today. We're going to really get into the grit and we're going to talk about it. So, Bill, I'd love to start with you here. So
Yeah.
when you think about SmartMoving and Remedy coming together, this is big news, right? But this didn't really start with a deal. When did the story actually begin?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I'll answer. But before we start, I just want to say how excited I am about this. And we are at SmartMoving about this. We've worked super closely with Remedy and with Alex for a long time. And bringing these two things together is a huge moment and opportunity for us. So when I think back on it, I started in 2022. We already had 60 or 65% of our customers on Remedy, and they loved Remedy. Just the end-to-end experience it enabled, the support they get from Remedy, support on chargebacks, just getting their money faster than they could with any other payments provider. Like, we loved that. And our two missions were so overlapping and doing what's right for the customer, helping the customer, that it always made a ton of sense. And so being able to actually bring them together so we can even further the integration now, that we have always wanted to do that. And we're super excited that now's the time we get to do it.
It is really exciting. And, I'd love to, for those of you who don't know Alex, we brought him on here to chat about this. You really built Remedy with a ton of care and a lot of intention. And, what made SmartMoving feel like the right place to bring something that you've built with that?
And just to address, like, building it with care and attention, like, it was a lot of just hand-holding our merchants and really getting in the weeds with them to understand, like, what movers specifically needed. And as a payment processor that just works with moving companies, SmartMoving felt like a great home because we've been working together now for a little bit over 7 years. And so partnerships that last that long and relationships that continue to grow and build on each other, it just feels natural to kind of lean in those places and try and leverage them even more. And so working with SmartMoving's been wonderful over the years. We're happy to provide support to their clients and just offer what Remedy does to the overall industry. And SmartMoving's been a great home. Merchants are really happy on that platform, and we just continue to grow nicely together.
It's funny, like when I started here, the thing I always heard from customers about why they picked SmartMoving in the first place, they were like, Toby came in and he learned exactly how our business works, and he built software that helped us. But he's very focused on solving real mover problems. And Alex built his the exact same way, like actually solving how do they get their money faster? How do they handle chargebacks better? Just everything about helping movers. And so it's no surprise. The other thing that was true when I started was how close Alex and Toby were. And so we have built on that for so long. But I think a lot of it just comes from the ethos of just like, how can I be helpful?
And just like in terms of building like purpose-built solutions. So when we got into payment processing, there weren't a lot of software solutions in the marketplace that movers were adopting at the time. And so we were a payment processor. We had our own set of solutions that we'd offer that kind of met the needs of movers. Well, as time progressed, we're seeing more and more of those clients choose a platform that they want to build their business on for the future. And so as they make those choices, they have to use a payment provider on that platform. And so since SmartMoving and Remedy have worked so closely together and more than 50% of our clients are SmartMoving clients, it just made sense now as movers continue to adopt software to get more embedded in one of those solutions.
So what
Yeah.
I'm hearing here is this is so much more than just payments, right? This is about coming together with mutual goals, outlined to customer obsession that both organizations have. I'd love to dig in a little bit more from Bill, from a smart moving perspective. Why did the payments part of the business feel so important to get right and bring this together?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why we've had Alex come to our strategic planning and our like quarterly roadmap meetings for like 2 years, even before this acquisition. Because what our customers care about more than anything is getting paid, right? They want to get their cash so they can pay their employees, run a profitable business. And so it's like that's what's most important to them. And so our, sort of owning that end to end and being able to be involved end to end and make that better end to end and really work with Alex and team end to end is what we want more than anything. And I think about over the past few years, we have done a lot of work on our roadmap side to help Alex and to help the Remedy team. But being able to sort of do that super seamlessly, have Alex and team meeting with our product managers, meeting with our engineers, come in and share priorities. Like we're going to get stuff done faster and better. And that's what we both want.
I think that it really lines into, Alex, I have been out at industry events and you are always there. You have spent years listening to movers talk about some of their hardest days. And it's not the highlight reel. It's the real stuff that, is gritty and brings up stress and the things that keep them up at night. So I'd love to ask you, how does bringing Remedy into Smart Moving change how you're able to solve some of those problems that you're hearing day to day?
It changes a lot. And the biggest change is we're gonna get access now to SmartMoving's entire team of developers, their entire product team, their entire ecosystem. Remedy as a smaller company, as a startup, we felt a pain that a lot of the movers feel like there's always restrictions and constraints on what you can and can't do based off of your size. Well, we just X'd our size. And so now we have access to Matt's entire team over at SmartMoving, Keith's entire team on the product. And so when we build, we're going to build even with more purpose now because we're going to take the payments understanding that Remedy has and implement it into SmartMoving with the product knowledge and the development expertise of SmartMoving's team. So it's going to be a massive change that our clients are going to feel.
One of the things we recognized first when we brought Alex into our strategic planning meetings, our Q1 meetings, was just how much he knows about what movers want, how much information he gets from them, just from the conversations he and his team have all the time and helping them solve their problems. And we get to bring that in to our product development process too and our roadmap. And so we actually get a ton of insight from this. And so that's why I say I don't think you'll see it change at all in terms of Alex and his team out at events and conferences. Like we're just going to be with them side by side so we hear it together so that we can help together. But like we're getting a lot out of this too in terms of insight that's going to help us.
We definitely are. Alex has a very strong team as well, and it's gonna be nice to go arm in arm with them. And I think as we're talking here, obviously, like with any change, right? Whenever two companies come together, especially two strong brands such as ours, customers feel a little uneasy. Change is hard. What would the two of you? We'll start with Alex. We'll go to Bill. What would you want movers to know right now as we're working through this together?
Change is only hard when you make it hard. And so if you're going to start to make changes that are going to disgruntle customers, that's obviously going to be some sticky areas as we move into the future. What we're doing is we are leaving everything that we have in place today and adding to it. And so as we build this further into the future together, it's not so much about change in a negative fashion. It's change in what can I expect to see in the platform related to fintech? What can I expect on new payments products? And that's where we're really going to feel the difference. It's not going to be anything about changing, well, do I call Smart Moving about my chargeback today? No, you still call Remedy. We're here to support you just as we have all these years. So don't anticipate change in a negative way. Expect to see amazing things coming in the near future.
And
Right
that's,
on.
I think that's spot on, Alex. Like, I'm sure at some point in the future, we'll be able to make like even more seamless handoffs between our teams, right? It's like, oh, you had a question about chargeback? Let me connect you here. But like day one, we're not going to change anything. And we're only going to make things better through those integrations and then building out the financial products in our platform. Like there should be only good things that come of this because there's a lot of functionality that Alex and his team have said, hey, this would be super valuable if we can build that in Smart Moving. We got even more reason to build it now. And so we're super excited about that.
So looking ahead, we're talking a lot about building some things together. What's got you guys the most excited? Is there any sneak peeks that I could talk you out of? Alex, Bill?
I don't give sneak peeks. So you are going to see it come. And when it comes, you're going to know what we were talking about. But I can say it's coming in 2026. And if you wanted to bet, I would say it's coming during the first half.
Yeah. And I
Amazing. So
think
there's something out there.
there are so many things we can do to just make it even easier to take payment, different kinds of payments, different kinds of credit cards, the facility with which you can do things. Like, we've wanted to do this for a while, and I think Alex is right. Like, I think saying first half of the year is not remotely a stretch. And as soon as we have it, we have an excellent marketing team that's going to tell you all about it. And so you won't not be aware of it. Like, we're going to put it out there, make sure people are aware, because it's going to be great stuff that helps them, hopefully.
I guess finally, like for all of our movers watching, and if you're loving this conversation, you want more from updates like this, and hearing from Alex and the rest of the Remedy team, make sure you hit subscribe, because Smart Talk episodes are continuously rolling. If you've got a topic we want to dive into, or you've got questions, pop them down in the comments. We answer all of those. We keep an eye out for that, and it could be a future Smart Talk episode. Kind of wrapping things up, for the movers that are out there thinking, okay, so they're coming together. I use both of you guys, but like, why do I care? What does this matter for my business? How would you address that mover out there? What would you say this coming together of two powerhouses in the software side, what does this mean for them?
We are going to do great things together in this market. It's going to be amazing what we can bring out together and roll out just to our customer base. But what it really means for our customers is SmartMoving does a great job at helping movers manage their business and get paid. We're going to help from the payment side, help you get paid even faster, give your customers more options to give you payments, and then to help you convert all the leads that SmartMoving helps you drive home, help you convert those even faster with embedded solutions that put the payment right at your customer's fingertips, and they don't have to go look for their wallet.
So everyone, here's what stands out to me. This wasn't about buying a company or an acquisition. It was about removing a seam and creating a better path forward for movers. SmartMoving and Remedy have been working together towards the same goal from different angles for a very, very long time. And now that work is coming together into one place. For movers, that means fewer gaps, more clarity, and a platform that understands the entire picture. Bill, Alex, thank you again for taking the time to share the story and a little bit of your vision for what's coming next year and what it looks like for movers. If you want to meet Bill and Alex in person, we're going to be at the Movers and Shakers event in January, Chandler, Arizona. We'll drop the link down in the comments. So if you haven't registered for that yet, you can get your tickets. We hope to see you there. Until next time, work smarter, not harder.